Today on Hytale, Slikey's Q&A, lighting, Fauns, and more. Welcome to the daily Hytale update. I am your host, Muffled Muffin. Let's dive straight into the news. Starting off with lighting. Simon mentioned the team's plan to replicate the new engine's upgraded lighting system in the legacy engine eventually, and Slikey went into a little more depth, saying that there were inconsistencies between the models and the blocks, where models would only have one light value, which leads to these edges in lighting because it would be applied to the whole surface, versus the block's gradients, and they needed to fix that issue. He also mentioned some differences between static and dynamic lighting that they were attempting to unify in the game's code. Simon then dropped a huge wall of text about the poor state of Hytale, and mentioned that he wished that they had more time to get features in before release. However, he is prioritizing breaking the curse of release instead. He is aware that this may lead to permanent negative perceptions of the game, similar to what No Man's Sky and Cyberpunk have had to work through over their years after very poor releases, but he hopes that enough people will understand to make it not matter. Simon said he would see what he can do regarding PvP gameplay videos for us, but PvP isn't their current focus, so we likely won't see a ton of it in the near future. He also confirmed that both client and server-side anti-cheat will be coming in the future, and that the minimum specs to join a server should be less than to run your own local game. The Hytale team posted their daily screenshot today, a very cool image of some Outlanders performing a ritual in the caves of Zone 3. We can see several regular Outlanders, a shaman, some bulb dudes that I can't remember the name of, and a colossus in a pool, presumably the focus of the whole ritual. Altogether, this is a very cool image, and I hope players will be able to interrupt or observe these in-game. Simon confirmed that he added gliders to Hytale this morning, and that the Hytale Twitter account will post a gliders clip next week. He elaborated on the speed at which gliders were added, saying he found a prototype in the game files and he added that very quickly. Hytale's version of the Minecraft Farlands is confirmed to exist currently, although Slikey is confident that they will be able to fix the bug with a little effort when they have some spare time. Baiting mice with cheese and similar game mechanics involving NPCs are still functional and in Hytale, ready for early access, which is super exciting. Slikey spoke to the process of merging all the different branches of Hytale into a single version for release, which he nicknamed the Singularity Event, which really fancy name. He said that they have already achieved this singularity and are now working on new features such as the minimap, which apparently is a fully new feature added to Hytale. Quebit Corner then dropped a clip of a faun that he was sent, although the faun, as you can see, is barely visible and practically motionless for the whole minute-long video. His title says that it is a Zone 4 creature, but he said that they were in Zone 3 in his video, so I'm not fully sure which is true, but I assume Zone 3 for now, especially as the video we see it looks a lot more like Zone 3 than Zone 4. Big Dude, another Hytale YouTuber, announced that he got an interview with Simon and that it would be releasing tomorrow. Simon also mentioned that he had done a verbal interview with Elrich MC that is coming out soon, and an interview with 30 Virus dropped earlier today, which I have not had a chance to watch unfortunately, but I'd recommend checking it out. With so many YouTubers interviewing Simon, I'll have to see if I can pull some strings and land one for myself, so make sure you subscribe to help my channel become a little more noticeable and credible to the Hytale team. Massive thanks for doing that. The dungeon particle effects from this video are in Hytale currently, but not used at all in the world generation. They will be available to be placed by map makers for that extra atmosphere though. In the short term, custom shaders will not be possible in Hytale, but they may be explored later on. The Hytale team plans to improve the built-in shaders themselves over time for now. Technoblade's dad gave Simon permission to add something to Hytale that represents Techno's memory, and has asked the community for ideas. He also told us that Techno had actually applied to be the Hypixel server's marketing team, but was too young at the time to work for them. Blocking was also confirmed to be tied to stamina, and take less stamina for shields than other options. I hope that eventually holding up a shield or weapon to block will passively drain stamina, which doesn't seem to be the case right now based on the gameplay footage, because then blocks will have to be timed a bit better and it will add an extra layer to Hytale's combat. Perhaps they could even add some kind of parry bonus for perfectly timed blocks. Now digging into Slikey's Q&A, he confirmed that Hytale will not have any form of automation at launch, but that the designers will look into it eventually. Simon stated that Hytale will never have pay-to-win features, which is very good, and that Hytale official minigames will have no monetization at all, instead of relying on cosmetic sales. Slikey acknowledged that in preparing Hytale for a release so fast, they are building up some technical debt, but they will do their best to prevent that from breaking any mods in the future. Floating blocks will still be a thing in Hytale, as player-placed blocks will not fall down the same way that trees do when supports are removed. Modders will not currently be able to change the build height limit. However, the storage tech for blocks is being changed currently, and it may become possible in the future. The Hytale team will create some official modding tutorials for early access, and hosting dedicated servers will be possible day one. The Blockbench plugin that is being prepared for Hytale is being prepared to release right now, and Slikey spoke to why they abandoned the Hytale model maker, saying that Blockbench has become the standard for making block game models, so they used it because many people are already familiar with it, and it's just so good. They will also release the Blockbench plugin before the game itself, if it is ready in time. A very in-depth question about NPC behaviors, the possibility of dynamic civilizations, individual villages having relationships with the player, and general NPC AI was answered by Slikey, who said that having those in-depth factions and mobs with their own routines is in their goal for vanilla adventure mode, and that they have quite a powerful NPC configuration system that allows for flocks of NPCs, they just need time to configure it all. Slikey confirmed that Hytale is working on a system that will allow players to join their friends' single-player worlds. Mod distribution will initially be handled by the community through platforms like CurseForge, but the team eventually wants to integrate it directly into the game and have an in-game mod and server browser to assist with mod visibility and ease of download. Visual scripting is also confirmed as a sort of replacement for command blocks, and last but not least, it is confirmed that VR will not be making it into Hytale anytime soon, as VR is just a huge technical challenge. That is all of the news for today. Please, if you enjoyed the video, drop it a like, it helps out a ton, and for now, goodbye, and stay happy.